Finally, Final Fantasy has been released in Magic. All this time we've been waiting for everything to be released. It's finally here. It's really here. No more needing to wait for anything to be able to play for the cards. We finally have them. The hype is over. Wait. The hype is over. What do we do now? Well, I guess Edge of Attorneys comes out in about 2 months, so, Happy pre-release weekend, everyone. Very bad idea here. I'm going to be doing a little bit of an opening today in celebration of the new release of Final Fantasy, the newest standard set coming out for Magic. For pre-release weekend, I'm going to be opening up one of my favorite products, the bundle. I'm not going to be opening up a full play booster box or collector booster box, and I'll go into that a little bit more detail as I'm kind of going through this opening, but let's see what we can get out of this set. So we have our 9 play boosters, and since 9's a weird number, we're going to round that off with a little bit of a collector booster at the end of everything here. Alright, we already got one of the special list cards. It's a counterspell. Great little addition that's in here. This one in particular, I do really like the art. Alright, so full disclosure, I'm not really big on the Final Fantasy set. I'm not really that huge into Universes Beyond to begin with. I got into Magic Story much later than I probably should have. I definitely really like a lot of what they do with Magic Story, so them kind of like taking a step back from that is kind of detrimental to me. Like, I'd rather be seeing a lot more of what they're doing with Magic Story as opposed to taking other outside IPs and doing work with that. No, it's a lot of fun. They get to do all sorts of different things with Magic Story and just taking other stories all together. Oh, we got another one already. A lightning bolt on this one. This is a gorgeous bit of art. I really like this one here. The text is in a very weird spot, but that's just the place where I know that their template is just going to be right on there for any of those. But Universes Beyond, if there's anybody that likes any of the products that they put out for it, more power to you. If you're enjoying it, if you're having fun with it, have fun with it. Anybody who's saying, oh, I hate this, I don't want to go and see this in my game, just, if you don't like it, just shut the f*** up about it. There's no reason for you to be going and making anybody else feel bad. This really means Planesphere. The coloring seems really off for this. Like, I know it's a blue artifact, but the coloring, just with the Universes Beyond background on it, just does not look good, in my opinion. Ooh, we got one of the big new ones here. I know I've been seeing videos about there being a decent amount of hype for this card. It does seem very strong. Interested to see if it gets very much play. If you're not a fan of something, just don't go and make anybody else feel bad about enjoying it. Everybody has their own preferences, everybody has everything that they like. Is it going to be something you like? Most of the time, no, it's probably not going to be, but let everyone enjoy themselves. You know, this is a great game. There's so much inclusivity with everything, so just let people enjoy what they enjoy. But my personal stance, I'm not really big on a lot of the Universes Beyond. I'm not big into Final Fantasy in particular. I've only beaten a couple of Final Fantasy games. I've played a handful of them. This is a fun card right here. I've read about this one. Making target creature get -0, -9,999. Fun little bit of flavor when, and a really great removal spell, to be honest. But I haven't really played a whole lot of Final Fantasy. I do enjoy the games that I've played through and done very well with. But as a whole, not huge into the franchise. I love JRPGs in general. Fantastic fun to play. This one just in particular, a lot of Final Fantasy games just haven't really resonated all that much with me. An art card, no signature. I like the art cards, but I only really like them if they have the signature on them, to be honest with you. I mean, I like Final Fantasy VII. I think it's a great game. One of my favorites, actually, and this may be a little bit of a controversial bit, but I really love Final Fantasy XII. I love the fact that the main character that you're following around all through the beginning of the game and everything like that, that he has zero part in the story, really. He's really just kind of hanging around with everybody. The main story is mainly about Ash and Bosch and their redemption, their rise back to where they should be in their lives. And then Vaughn and his childhood friend are just kind of around for the adventure. Really no reason for them to be there whatsoever. Opus theme. Summon Knights of the Round. So speaking of Final Fantasy VII right here, this is a fun little card. It's expensive as hell, but it is a fun little flavorful win to go with for Final Fantasy VII. One of the best summons that you can get in the game. A lot of work needs to go into it in order to be able to get it. Oh, there we go. There's an art card with a signature, so that's a little something that we'll hold on to for later. I don't collect all the art cards, but I do collect the ones that have their gold signatures on them. Do I think they're ever going to have much value? Probably not. But you know what? I enjoy collecting strange things. I love being able to collect any alternate arts. That's why I'm setting aside any of the alternate arts that I have right here. I have them all in a separate binder. I don't trade them around. I just love to be able to collect them whenever I have any sets that are new coming out. I love being able to put them into decks whenever I get the opportunity to. Always a lot of fun to be able to make things look a little bit different. So the only other Universes Beyond that I've really kind of been big into, Tifa, she's been getting a lot of hype. I don't think she's going to really pull her weight a whole lot with a lot of things outside of maybe Commander. But the only other one that I've really kind of resonated with a whole lot was when they came out with the Fallout Commander decks, and I really think that that's the way that Wizards should be doing their Universes Beyond. They should just be focusing on making Commander decks for other items like that. Lord of the Rings set that really did kind of resonate a bit with me. I didn't think it was going to. I started off very small with that set, and I ended up getting a decent amount of product for it. The high fantasy setting that just naturally comes with Lord of the Rings just fit very well with Magic, and that's what I feel like is going to happen here as well. I feel like it's much closer than a lot of other properties that they're working with for Universes Beyond. Certainly much closer to it than Spider-Man, which I like Spider-Man. I've always kind of liked the character itself. I just don't like the idea of throwing that into standard, having that be prominent in modern. But I'm never going to go and yell at anybody and be like, oh, you really shouldn't have that Spider-Man card in your deck. If the person wants to go and put it in there, let them have fun with it. There's no reason to go and shame anybody for putting in cards that they like. Certainly not if it's going to be cards that are going to be playable in these sorts of formats. You know, one of the fun parts of being able to play Commander is that you can use cards from all through Magic's history. It's a fantastic format to be able to just kind of take things that haven't really seen a whole lot of play in times and be able to make things work out in a different kind of a way. Alright, we got one of the crystals finally. These seem pretty neat. I don't think they're going to get a whole lot of play outside of Commander. Unfortunately, I do feel like this set is kind of like an everything is Commander kind of a set. A lot of the cards that are built in here, they are big splashy ones. There's so many legendary creatures, which I knew they were going to do, and I know it's only going to be bigger this year once Spider-Man comes out, once Avatar: The Last Airbender comes out. And I know that's kind of the direction that a lot of these universes beyond are going to be doing, is that you're going to have more legendary creatures thrown into the mix. But how much are they actually bringing to the table in terms of making things a little bit more diverse with Commander? I mean, how much more diversity can you go for this? Oh, this is fun right here. This I have heard about. Also, going back to my love for Final Fantasy XII, this is a nice little hunter's mark. I don't think I ever actually defeated this. As much as I loved the game, as much as I played it, loved doing all the side quests and everything, I don't think I ever beat Yzmat. Jumbo Cactar. Oh, this was one of the first things that was spoiled in the set, and it's just so much fun. I think I might need to go and find a way to slot this into my Neath of the Dire Hunt deck. It's a Power Matters deck, and being able to give something 10,000 power is just seems like a lot of fun to me. So hopefully we'll be able to make that work out. I'm getting a lot of art cards. I'm not really looking for a lot of the art cards. Alright, so this is the last play booster that we have here. And then we'll move on to the collector's boosters, which, honestly, for collector's boosters, I'm really hoping that they start to move out of the direction of always having collector's boosters for every set that's coming out. You know, as much as I love alternate art treatments, as much as I love shiny things, there's no reason that we can't just go and have these sorts of treatments in regular packs and just have them be a little bit more scarce. Pokemon has been able to do this for years now, and they still have such a huge thriving market, almost to the point of, ooh, Moogle's Vower. This is something I was really hoping to be able to get for one of my decks here, being able to make a lot of Moogle tokens, giving tokens indestructible. It'll go great into a Bailing deck that I have fixed up. What do we have here? I didn't realize that we had uncommon cards with an art treatment to them. Maybe it's just the towns. Like I said, I'm not really that sure. I don't know for sure how a lot of this is working out, but that is a gorgeous bit of art right there. But the thing about collector's boosters is that there's no reason that we can't go and take the items that are in there and just space them out into regular collector's boosters. Have a full Willy Wonka situation for it. Golden tickets are available for anyone who's just buying a regular chocolate bar. Just let them be in regular play boosters. Let collectors need to crack open packs, and if they need to go and give everything away for other people to be able to sell these singles or anything like that, great. You know, that makes it fantastic for the singles market. That makes it so that everyone is able to more easily be able to get that, and we're not going to go to the point where we're selling booster boxes for $700. There's no reason for that. I mean, given a preference between spending $700 on a collector's booster box of Final Fantasy or getting a hold of a Mox Diamond. I'll take a Mox Diamond any day of the week. Alright, I believe it should be, the rare should be up front, so we're going to start from the back on this one. There's all of the commons and uncommons are all going to be in foil. And we should have the stretchy art treatment. I really hate the stretchy art. There's no reason with so many artists that you have on track, with how much Wizards has been making in terms of their bottom line, that they can't go and just hire an artist. If they want to do a special treatment, do another special treatment. Don't just extend the art like that. Ridiculous. Oh, another one of these Eden Seed of the Sanctum. So now we've got two. Now we're going to have to find something to do with the other one. Waste. Nova, wonderful Final Fantasy VII character. Absolutely love that eventually you find out that it's an alien that you're dealing with. It's a fun bit in this story. We got Sim. Unfortunately, with the extended art that I was just complaining about just a second ago. This little bit from Final Fantasy X. Rune Knight. This is one of the face commanders for one of the precons. I don't know, like I said, I haven't looked that much into this set, unfortunately. Oh, we have the foil version of the counterspell that we just got. Now for the big pull of it, it has Crystal Collector. Final Fantasy IV, if I remember my Roman numerals correctly. Alright, so pretty hosed on that collector's booster pack, but you know what? I enjoy the cards that we got to open. I love being able to open these sorts of things. I love bundles. I love the old fat packs. I love that you have something to be able to store all the cards that you just opened up in. You get the spin down to go along with it, and you're able to have a few cards to be able to start your collection with. So I've been collecting bundles for quite a while now, and I love the fact that they still continue to do it. I hope it's a product that they continue to do, because I feel like it's always kind of worth its weight to be able to get a few packs in. If you wanted to go and do a pre-release like online with friends or anything like that, you'll get more than enough packs to be able to get that going. So it's a fantastic product, and I hope they continue to do it in the future. But for right now, hype for Final Fantasy is all done. We are finished with the hype. We can stop the hype for right now. But we will instantly move on to the next hype. So let's just wait until the next set comes out, and we'll see what we get next time.